Good evening and welcome to the Drive at 5 on IntellectualRadio.com/iHeart radio station. I'm your host, Roman. We have a great show planned for you today. But first, the forecast from our IntellectualRadio.com weather center today. Mostly sunny, breezy, and milder. Look at this. High 51 degrees tonight. Clear and breezy. High 41 degrees. Tomorrow, breezy with clouds and sunshine. High 47 degrees. Like a mini heat wave going on. Chicago's kind of like an Indian summer. Tomorrow night, clear and cool. Low 25 degrees. Wednesday, mostly sunny. High 36 degrees. On Thursday, sunny and warm. High 43 degrees. And on Friday, breezy with clouds and sunshine. Guess what? The high is 50 degrees. The Drive at 5 is also part of the new Monday night lineup. Chocolate for the Soul with Ramona at 4 p.m. Policy Matters with Jerry Brown at 6 p.m. New Black Leadership at 7 p.m. The New Show at 8 p.m. Chronicles of Rom at 9 and the Mic Up at 10 p.m. Also, the Drive at 5 is also part of the 5 at 5 only on IntellectualRadio.com. Tonight, my guest is a community leader as well as a potential candidate for the 5th Ward automatic seat. Please give a Drive at 5 welcome back to Michael Carr. Welcome back to the Drive.
Oh, welcome back, Roman. I would like to say, first of all, I'm using my full name now, so it is Joseph Michael Carr. So I would like to be addressed as Joseph. Thank you. Sorry to spring that on you.
Yeah, just spring it up live on the air. Okay. Mm-hmm. But you have this new creative initiative going on. Please explain to IntellectualRadio.com/iHeart radio station the 100 new coats, 100 new toys, and 100 Happy Children initiative program you guys set up for this holiday season.
Well, this is the first year that we are doing this, and I'm doing this with the organization that I founded, which is Fathers for the Future. We've identified an elementary school in the Woodlawn community, James Wadsworth Elementary. It's on Ellis, 66th and Ellis. And we are partnering with First Presbyterian Church, which is right there on 64th and Kimbark. And we are trying to raise 100 coats, 100 toys to provide for marginalized families, for the kids, that they're going to be warm over these holidays and into next year. And this is a very new initiative for us because we've typically only worked with fathers, but what we wanted to do was not only impact the fathers, but the whole family, especially with the kids.
Okay, Joseph. See, I remembered.
Yeah.
This time of year, more and more children are affected by not having the right type of clothing for the Chicago winter weather. What are some of the not-for-profit organization is doing in order to assist in the matter?
Well, the reason I came up with this idea around the coat and the toy drive is my wife and I, we've been married now 21 years. And after my bout with cancer, we had a very lean period for ourselves. We had 3 kids that were, at the time, they were small children. And we can remember what it was like trying to make sure that they were clothed properly and they had the toys for the Christmas time. And I looked at myself in my own upbringing, and I said, wow, there's so many families that are really hurting right now, and there's not enough services being provided by the nonprofits. Nonprofits are tapped out. They have been for the last 2 to 3 years, is providing services. So what can we do as not only a nonprofit, but as, myself, what can I do to really make an impact in the community? And that's why I started this initiative right here.
You mentioned about, people falling on hard times. Mm-hmm. There is a growing number of families who are homeless in Chicago, especially teens.
Yeah.
There's a study with Chicago Public Schools as well as the CDC and the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services that states that teens are overwhelming becoming foster children.
Mhm.
and the part of the DCFS establishment. Now, you have worked with the youth.
Mhm.
Why is it important for teens who are in this type of season, they're wearing hoodies instead of coats, to understand the nature of protecting themselves from the cold weather as well as from frostbite, because they're just out there in the cold. You see them walking around with below zero weather
Mhm.
and like no care in the world, but then they're like really cold.
Mhm.
So, what you say to that?
Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story, and it's a personal story. I don't share it often. Maybe about 7 years ago, my middle son had a friend that was in grade school with him, and I was walking our dog at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was in the dog park, and this young man was sleeping on the park bench, and it was right around this time of year. It was before Thanksgiving, but it was still cold, and his mother had put him out of the house, and he didn't have any clothes with him. He didn't have a coat or anything like that. And this young man has lived with our family for the last 6 years, off and on. He's gone in and out of shelters, and then he's also, at some point, has had problems with around mental health. So he has not been able to really hold a job. And there have been times when he's gone outside and he only had on shorts, and it was below 30 degrees. It was almost a polar vortex. And he didn't understand that he needed to stay warm. But it wasn't that he didn't really understand as much as he didn't know any better. No one had brought him along. His mother and his father weren't there for him to teach him really just what was appropriate and what wasn't appropriate. He thought it was okay to just walk around in football shorts. And we tried to encourage him to find a job, make sure that he was self-sustaining, and he's still staying with us now. But the idea around this homeless crisis, it extends way past Illinois, and it's actually nationwide. And I've noticed the teen population around homelessness growing over the last 3 to 5 years. And I know the study that you're talking about with DCFS. And a lot of it has to do with the mental health issues. And I think the last time I was on the show, you and I broached on mental health issues and the state not being able to provide mental health services. And you're experiencing that now. There's an uptick. And right now we're getting ready to go into the colder months, but there is an uptick of the homeless crisis that's happening right here on the streets of Chicago. And I attribute a lot of that mental health not being funded the way it should be.
You've been in the forefront in the trenches for quite some time
Mhm.
for not-for-profit organizations. Describe how did it affect the funding? Recently, they just passed, like 3 months ago, passed the budget.
Mhm.
How did that affect organizations? You mentioned mental health.
Mhm.
Mental health is like a domino effect.
Mhm.
It affects homeless. It affects teens that needs the mental health or the assistance. It affects that domino effect affects everyone. It affects the families that provides for them. So if they don't have the medication or can't afford the medication, then they don't know how to handle that person. The organization, they're shut down or forced to shut down. What they usually provide free meals. Now they
Mhm.
don't.
Mhm.
So what is your recommendation if someone, you said that your son's friend
Mhm.
is currently living with you.
Mhm.
There's a lot of situations like that. If people see that occurring with their friends, what would you do? What would you say to that mother or that father? Um, Say, well, that's not my son. That's not my daughter. That's not,
Okay.
because this is not only a male problem. This is a female
Yeah.
problem too. So
I agree with you, Roman, and I think that now, and speaking from the only point of view that I have, and that's as a 47-year-old male, but back in the 30s and the 40s, from what I understand, is there was an extended family. If you saw a kid that was on the street and he was um, not living with a family or sleeping on different couches, that wasn't around back then, but he wasn't being taken care of, you took him into your home. You took him or her into your home. And that was just part of who we were as a society, especially the Black community. If there was someone that needed help, you took care of that child. And that's the way I was brought up, and that's the way that our family operates. But going back to the services that are not being taken care of at the level of government, you start talking about mental health issues, and that's like a domino effect because they treat a lot of mental health issues with incarceration, with drug addiction. They have the crime and penalties around some of the drug laws are outrageous. But it all goes back to the fact that I see a family as a community. And a family is nothing more than a series of smaller communities. And we all have an obligation to take care of each other and make sure that we all rise together. And that's why I feel that it's time that we start looking at how we can help each other rather than relying on other people to help us outside of our community.
Some people say part of the problem, neighbors don't know neighbors. You go in throughout your day, I don't know this person, that's them. Well, he seemed like a nice person. I see him go in and out of the car,
Right.
So there is no sense of togetherness in the community. Given the season of Thanksgiving this week, would you recommend that people should start knowing their neighbors, like a neighbor sharing program or something like that? Because it just seems like when you try to be neighborly, they're up to something. I'll give you an example. When somebody come up to me off the street, say, "Hey, what's up, my brother?" Oh, here we go. They're asking for some money.
Well, I will say this, Roman, and this is a sore point for me. I call it civility, and I think that the world, specifically the United States, there's a lack of civility. Uh, when someone talks to you and you're walking and you want to help an elderly person with their groceries, they immediately take a step back. What are you doing? And they're afraid that you're going to hurt them. I was brought up to say good morning or good afternoon or good evening to whoever I saw on the street. And
But not to interrupt, if you say good morning now, they look at you funny.
yeah.
If you say good morning to a sister, they like, oh, he's trying to talk. He's trying to holler.
Right. Because that means is that everybody is out to get you. And that's not true. I believe that there's still good people in the world, and you don't have to take from someone else to get yours.
But we're living in a society. I got to get mine, you got to get yours. But once you get yours, I'm going to take yours.
Yes, that's true. But that doesn't mean that I approve of it, and that's what I now try to teach our kids. And when I interact with people, I want them to know that I come from a genuine place of kindness.
Getting back to your initiative program, what is your main goal besides the 100 coats and 100 toys initiative you would like to see happen this holiday season so people can assist you?
I would like to, this is the week of Thanksgiving, and it kicks off the holiday season. Regardless of what religious background or spiritual background that you have, we're all children and we're all brothers, and we have to be striving toward the goal to improve society. And I think that this initiative, even though it's small and is only impacting 100 students at James Wadsworth Elementary. I want everyone to walk away with something that says to them, I feel good about helping my fellow man.
Currently, you announced your potential candidacy run for the Fifth Ward automatic seat. Why do you think it is time for a change in the Fifth Ward?
I really want to just stay on the coat drive. I'll be more than
you
happy.
Cannot escape the drive at 5 without asking a couple of political questions. You're gonna come back.
I will come back. You know I will.
But why all of a sudden you decide to run? Just give us a brief synopsis.
There was a lot of discernment involved with it, and probably about 9 months of making a decision. And I will talk more about it next year when the city race is in the forefront right now. I think that it's probably more important as a whole that we focus in on the primary. And that's everyone, to focus in on the governor's race.
Recently, like breaking news that Todd Stroger is throwing his hat in the ring against Tony Pratt-Winkle. He's asking to get a second chance for the people. You're laughing.
I'm drinking water.
The people, you're in a not-for-profit sector. You've been in the trenches in a not-for-profit. How are you going to bring that experience to a public arena? Barack Obama said, you know, when you venture off in politics, it's like a blood sport. Hockey. They're going to fight. They're going to scratch anything to get that goal. You're a mild-tempered person. You're not a, I'm going to get you. I mean, type of person. So your experience, your background, how are you going to...
Can you clarify the question?
To clarify the question, okay, you're in a not-for-profit sector for some time now. Mm-hmm. Why you think not-for-profit experience could change the community, your temperament, your goal, to the public arena that's like a blood sport?
Well, I think your representative is not necessarily based on the personality, but whoever is representing your ward, your district, that really has to do with how they want to represent that district or ward. It doesn't necessarily have to do with their experience necessarily around a professional job.
Point blank.
Mm-hmm. And we can talk more about this next year.
You're just saving the hockey game for the next drive at 5, right?
Yeah, I got to keep them on the edge of their seats. That's how you make a good sequel.
So tell us more. Tell us more about the event at hand, about the 100 Quote Initiative, the who, what, when, where, and why.
Okay. It is starting now. If you are interested in making a donation, a monetary donation, you can make the donation directly to First Presbyterian Church of Chicago. It's located at 6400 South Kimbark. The recipients, the children that are going to be the recipients from the 100 new coats, 100 new toys, is going to be at James Wadsworth Elementary, and that's also in the Woodlawn community. We're going to have a community event that is going to be December 16th. It's going to be the holiday party. We encourage everyone to come out, on residents. There will be food and entertainment. I've been told by a little elf that Santa Claus might be there. That would be great. To have you, Roman, dressed up like Santa Claus. But it promises to be a good time for all. And that's going to be December 16th at First Presbyterian Church in Chicago on 6400 South Kimbark at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
All right. So how can a person donate to your cause as well as get a hold of you?
Well, they can actually go to the Fathers for the Future website. That's www.fathersforthefuture.org. And you can either reach out to me directly, and my telephone number is 773-270-2333.
One more time.
773-270-2333. We want everyone to get behind this initiative. Even though it's small, it just shows a big heart. And whenever you're showing love to another one, you're always going to be rewarded.
All right. See, it wasn't that bad, right?
No, it wasn't.
All right, Joseph.
All right. Thank you, Roman.
All right. And I'm holding you to it. You're coming back.
I will.
All right. When we come back on the Drive at 5 on IntellectualRadio.com/iHeart radio station, getting you in the holiday spirit with turkey chop, Quentin Love on the Intellectual Line. Coming up next on the Drive at 5. And we're back on the Drive at 5 on IntellectualRadio.com/iHeart radio station. Thanksgiving is in a couple of days, and there is a lot of people in the communities that go without every single year. However, Quentin Love, who is on the Intellectual Line, will need your assistance in order for people who are in need will have a great start to the holiday season. On the Intellectual Line, Quentin Love, welcome to the Drive.
What's going on, my brother? How you been?
I've been doing fine. How are you, sir?
Oh, man, it's great. It's great. You got to come back and get one of the famous fish sandwiches that you love.
I know. As long as you put extra cheese on it, I'm good. Please give IntellectualRadio.com/iHeart radio station an explanation of your Turkey Drive donation giveaway.
Oh, wow, man. You know, we do this every year, but this year we're making the attempt to give away 2,000 turkeys on Wednesday, the 22nd at noon. So it's going to be 3506 West Chicago Avenue. That is the west side. So if you ain't been on the west side, you need to come and see some of your kinfolks over here. And it's going to be right in front of Turkey Chop Gourmet Grill. And then the next day, on Thanksgiving Day, we're going to give away 2,000 hot meals. So definitely come out and be a part. And you can go to turkeychop.com and hit the donate button to help us make everybody's dream a reality.
This is your second annual turkey giveaway to residents in the Lawndale, Garfield Park, and Austin communities. However, you want to go beyond the turkey giveaway. Explain that to us besides giving away turkeys.
Oh, wow. Well, you know, it's always been an overall wellness movement. You know, we have a gym over here, you know, in Humboldt Park. It's called Bike Kettle. And of course, we do healthy meals with Turkey Chop. We do personal development coaching. You know, we do food drives. We do clothing drives. I mean, you name it. And now we added you got a component starting on next Monday. We've got jobs available too. So anyone that's looking for a job that's 18 and over, even if you have a background, I have a liaison that has jobs, an unlimited source of jobs at the Turkey Chop Soup Kitchen starting on this Monday coming up from 12 to 3. So a lot of work that can be done, and that's the job to get it done, man. We got to make it happen.
Throughout the year, you feed the community and give groceries away to the people in need as well. What inspired you to give away food as well as turkeys to those that are in need? What inspired you to do the following? Because you own your own business, Turkey Chop, which I'll give you the opportunity to plug your restaurant and stuff. But first, what led to the sense of giving?
Well, I mean, you were coming to my other brand, to my other stores, Quench, and I lost a lot of my businesses. You know, I mean, things were not going as well as I thought they would go. And, you know, you would come frequently, and I think you was around when I lost a lot of my businesses. And what I learned is that I didn't give back. You know, it was more of a, like most businesses, just take what you can and, you know, do for self kind of thing. And I realized through suffering and me being homeless myself and not having nowhere to go but just sleep on people's couches, it was like, man, I need to really get myself together. I need to really humble myself. And I know what it's like to suffer and to like start over from scratch. And I said that, you know, the moment I get myself together, man, I would give and give and give. If I can't give, and now I can't turn that faucet off. And it seemed like the more I give, man, the more I receive, and just a multitude of blessings. My life has never been the same. And I would urge anyone, you know, if you want to turn your life around, the secret to life is just simply give.
And your formula now is once you receive a blessing, you bless others, correct?
Yeah, and even if I don't receive a blessing, I bless others. You know, that is, you know, it's the law of attraction. It's, you know, it's the whole energy of, you know, that comedic energy. You know, it's just, you know, if you want to others, you want someone to do unto you. What they talk about in the Bible. It's really, really embracing that concept of wanting to love the random stranger. Like, you know, and what I discovered too is you can really truly heal people and help with violence, you know, when people are seeing these random acts of love. How can you harm somebody if someone gave you a meal and you haven't eaten in a long time? You know, how could you want to rob somebody and somebody just experience love? I mean, you may not want to do anything negative that day. And, you know, my job is I want to make sure that people really understand and really get that somebody loves them despite their family and friends. Like, you know, as a world view, you know, we really care about people. And not just me, everybody. It's just a matter of just seeing it.
It takes a team, as you put it at first, as you mentioned, to put on this throughout the year as well as time. Any sponsors or people you would like to thank on the air for assisting you in this effort?
Wow. Well, you know, it's always, I have a partnership with the Greater Chicago Food Depository. You know, that's critical. You know, and without them, you know, and with Turkey Chop Gourmet Grill is a partner as well, where those two things together, you know, make a whole. And I'm just grateful to have that relationship. And every last donor, you know, that donated to the campaign, you know, every year, you know, I'm so thankful for everyone that participated, every volunteer that comes out every Monday, who's going to come out on Wednesday and Thursday. every woman and man that donates clothes, and I mean everything that's happening, man. It's such a blessing. My partner Douglas Simmons, I mean, he helped. You know, he put in a lot of opportunity and money into the campaign through his connections to make this turkey drive come true. You know, I mean, it's an unlimited source. Thank you, you know, for always coming to my business and supporting my business with you and your family. You know, you, Roman, for doing that. You know, Christy with an eye, you know, with her, you know, making connections for me. You know, and man, we're talking about hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that have supported me. So I'll be talking all night trying to thank them all, man. I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for any opportunity, you know, that comes my way, bro. I mean, I'm elated. I got to have you come over to the gym, man, to come ride the bike, man. This indoor cycling thing is off the hook on we on North Avenue in Costner. Bike kettle, man, you'll love that. You'll love the bike, man. It's like a party on a bike.
Oh yeah, I'll probably take you up on that offer. It really depends on the timing, though.
Right, we teach every night at 6:30.
Okay, cool.
Every night at 6:30. So come ride with us. You know, you come over, get off the radio station, and come and ride and sweat.
Now, quickly describe turkey chops for us and the location.
Well, you know, Turkey Chop Gourmet Grill, they're located in the West Humboldt Park, you know, and it's an amazing community, you know, with amazing people, and we wanted to put a sit-down restaurant right in the heart of the community. And it's a healthier version of regular soul food. It's you know, we do no beef, no pork, all whole wheat products. You know, fresh cut fries. Everything is handmade. You know, homemade recipes. We make our own barbecue sauce. We make our own so many things. I mean, you know it. I mean, you've been coming to my brands for 10 years, and you know how we put a mad amount of love into everything that we do, and that's at 3506 West on Chicago Avenue. You can go to turkeychop.com if you want to get more information.
And say that address one more time.
3506 West Chicago Avenue.
All right. So you are listening to IntellectualRadio.com/iHeart radio station, The Drive at 5. On the intellectual line is Quentin Love with Turkey Chops. And he's doing a turkey giveaway on Wednesday. So please give IntellectualRadio.com/iHeart radio station information in order for people who are listening to donate or get a hold of you.
You know, for sure, you definitely can give me a direct call at 773-08011. That's 773-580-8011. You can go to turkeychop.com and hit that donate button. And, you know, we're going to give away 2,000 turkeys on November the 22nd at noon. And on the 23rd, we're going to give away hot meals. Feel free to come volunteer. Feel free to come out and support, do some handshakes, and just spread an enormous amount of love to the random stranger. I look forward to seeing you.
All right, Quentin, thanks a lot. Next time, I want you in the seat.
My brother, see you soon, man.
All right, thanks a lot. That's going to, when we come back on The Drive at 5, let me ask you a question, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to feel relaxed and dapper this holiday season? Well, Noel Curtis will give you holiday tips for the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday. Coming up next on The Drive at 5 on IntellectualRadio.com. We're back on IntellectualRadio.com/iHeart radio station. The Drive at 5 continues rolling around. Want that Thanksgiving look? Well, look no further. Want to look festive as well as relax at the same time? Noelle Curtis from Pretty Dapper Rapper is back to give us some tips.
Yes.
Welcome back to The Drive.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
Now, let's say, for example, I'm going to give examples. Okay, I'm going to meet the family for the first time. What would you recommend? A lot of women ask that question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to meet my boyfriend's family. How should I make up or whatever, what to do to look dapper?
Right. Okay, so I'm first and foremost advocate, be yourself. You know, if you don't normally wear a full face of makeup, don't put on a full face of makeup because you're gonna feel uncomfortable. If you are a mascara and lip gloss girl, get you some fresh mascara and some fresh lip gloss and you're good. Above all, you have to have healthy skin. You know, people see your skin first. I'm a licensed esthetician, and that's always my thing. Like I ran into a gentleman today. He was a smoker, and I told him, I said, you know, you need to come get a facial. He said, am I ugly? I said, no, your pores are clogged. You know, you're just like.
How can you tell somebody's pores are clogged?
Well, personally, it's Chinese face mapping. You know, you study enough and you start to see different signs in people's skin, like the congestion in the forehead and the cheeks and the nose and the chin. I mean, you can see it all. And it looks like if they're a smoker, it looks like they're standing behind like a black screen. Imagine looking at somebody through a screen door. If you look at them close enough, you'll see they look a little ashy and a little dark. And it's the product that they're, you know, you are what you eat, you are what you consume. So healthy skin, first and foremost, ladies, whenever you're going to meet your family or hopeful, you know, family, you want to have clean, healthy skin and simple manicure, you know, again, especially with the holiday. So the holiday is here. You're in the kitchen. Have some fresh nails on. If you are an acrylic girl, if you're a gel girl. While you're cooking. I mean, you can get your nails done and they're long enough. And, you know, as long as you got a good nail brush, clean under there before you're cooking, after you're cooking, have gloves in the kitchen. I tell all of my clients when they get their nails done after a nail service, make sure you have gloves, period. If you're washing
especially
dishes,
when you're cleaning those chitlins.
I don't eat chitlins, but
I got you by surprise. I'm sorry.
But no, I mean, E. coli, salmonella, all of that lives underneath your nail. So take a nail brush, keep it close by the sink, give your hand a great scrubbing, at least 30 seconds, scrub under those nails. And, you know, that makes a world of a difference.
Now, a lot of women always ask, okay, like, how, you know, is my makeup or clothing the right thing to give someone who is considered an independent woman? Is like, would you recommend, like, let's say a guy gives a woman clothing,
right?
Or she's too independent and like, why are you giving me clothing?
I don't know any girl who doesn't want some clothes. I don't care how independent she is, you know. You have to know the temperament of that person that you're in the relationship with. I'm taking it this is a relationship that you're doing, or is it just a friend? Depending on the relationship.
It's kind of like Bismarcky. You say she's just a friend.
Oh, okay. You want to give things, give it out of love. So like I'll have all of these promotions that go live the day after Thanksgiving. So I'll have facial packages that go live. I'll have manicure, pedicure packages that go live, waxing packages that go live, eyelash packages. So you want to, if this is what that person has as a part of their life, or if they've talked about it, I mean, everyone should have on their team hashtag team 2018. You should have someone on your team that's going to make you feel the best version of yourself, right? So from an esthetician, a nail tech, your hairstylist, or your barber, if you have a personal shopper like Tamika, who was on earlier, you know, you want those people to be in your corner from a personal level. And so when you have people that are in your circle and they say, oh, hey, I know so-and-so has an interest in this, then that gift is not going to be received as like an offensive thing. Like, I wouldn't be offended if someone gave me a pedicure kit, which I got for you. You know, I don't know when the last time you had a pedicure. No, pedicure is your feet. You holding your hands out. I
well,
see what
it lets
you
know I'm a
do.
man, so I'm like,
yeah, no, your hand is your manicure, your feet is your pedicure. Okay. Yeah, no, you
okay,
just holding your hands out. Yeah, let's see. Well, you have well manicured hands though, which a lot of men, I'm gonna tell you, men, I cannot stress enough. There is nothing more irritating or more off-putting than to see dirty fingernails. I don't care if you are a mechanic. I don't care if you are in construction. I don't care what your profession is.
But come on,
Clean under your nails.
If they're in that type of profession, they can't help but
Yes, you can.
How?
You get a nail brush and get some soap and take 30 seconds. What's your ABCs? ABC. Look, everybody, all the men in here looking at their nails. Exactly. Because I'm gonna tell you, imagine,
Earl?
yeah.
Jerry, are you looking at your nails?
Looking at your nails.
Okay. No.
You know, so if you're like my husband, clean your nails. You can't touch me with dirty nails. Like, your nails hold so much bacteria. I know it sounds kind of pet peevey, but
what about a massage? Would you say, you're not touching my shoulders?
No, don't clean your hands. Clean them. Wash them, you know, give them a good scrubbing. They carry bacteria. You touch everything. You touch these microphones. How many people have touched that? I mean, it can be a little germaphobe. I know it sounds like that, but at the end of the day, cleanliness is everything. Sanitation is everything. Your hands, when you shake somebody's hands, iteration, did they just come out of the bathroom? Did they wash their hands? There was a study done that the most filthiest place like that you can come across as a microwave and a doorknob to a bathroom.
Wow.
There's something for you to think about, you know, use that paper towel, but, you know, wash your hands. But back to your pedicure, you know, people take millions of steps every year. Millions. Your feet do a lot of work. And so many times people don't take care of your feet. Even if you're diabetic, I know that's a huge concern. Oh, I'm diabetic, I can't get a pedicure. That is not true. You just need someone who knows how to perform it properly, but you can absolutely get a pedicure. You know, the simple exfoliation, trimming the nail, filing the nail.
Well, this is the question I wanted to ask you. They rely on, and I'm just going to go there. They rely on Korean nail, I wouldn't say specialists, but nail salons.
Okay.
What's the difference between Korean nail salons? You're Black owned and operated.
Correct.
And you're licensed to do that.
Correct.
They're also licensed, but you're saying there are special kinds of license that you can get. People can get a license to just do nails.
Correct.
But they don't know how to properly sanitize, so forth and so on. So,
right.
So explain that to us briefly.
So as a licensed professional, the Illinois Department of Professional Regulation, Financial and Professional Regulations, you know, we have standards that we have to adhere to. I mean, you have your continuing educations that you have to do every year. And then as a individual license holder, you should be at the forefront of knowing what is to come in the industry, what are the expectations of the industry, and what's setting yourself apart in the industry. A lot of my clients love to come to us because we don't have jetted tubs. I personally, you hear my thing about the germs, you know, those jets can hold a lot of bacteria, and if they're not cleaned properly, that's a problem. So imagine you are diabetic, you do have a cut in your foot, and you come sit behind someone in a pedicure jetted environment and they have not done the 30 to 45 minute sanitation process in between your pedicure. That's a lot of bacteria. So now whatever that person had, and I'm not saying people walk around with, you know, diseases, but it's possible, but it's just the bacteria from someone else now getting into your open cut. And that can cause any types of infection. So that's just what you want to look for, the sanitation. Ask them for a sanitation log. I would challenge you to do that. You know, I personally, we don't use jetted tubs. We have a stainless steel bowl that we scrub down after every client. My neck hurts a little from carrying that bucket of water, but we are very thorough with that and in that process. So then you have, if you're concerned about your sanitation procedures, you can go even, Barbicide. They have a sanitation certification that you can take on their website, but in the license, in the professional license, is so much information that you have to go through to understand, and that you should keep at the forefront of your mind just to have a healthy environment for your clients. I want a place where clients feel comfortable coming in and, taking their shoes off. And I do a lot of waxing, so they have to take their clothes off. So you want a clean environment for your clients.
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
People always ask, how can I look relaxed from a stressful holiday season? What would you recommend?
Ooh, come get a facial with me. Let's see. There are so many things you can do to relax. You have to, one, take the time and breathe. A lot of times people, they're moving so much. The holiday is here and, it's supposed to be a time of being grateful and being happy. But then you hear people, I got such and such coming in town and they just wear me out. Or I have all these family members coming into town and I'm a little tired about doing that. So take the time, take a break. I have a lot of clients that come in before the holiday. I personally take a break. I close for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for New Year's Eve, the day before, the day after, so that I can take the time to relax. You have to separate yourself from the stresses of life and from the demands that you have, and put yourself in your own schedule. I always encourage my clients before they leave me, hey, if you don't book now, you might not get this opportunity in a couple of weeks because someone else is going to take the spot. So I have a lot of clients that pre-book before they leave and build themselves into their schedule. So I'm built into their schedule. I'm that relaxation trigger for them. When you come in, we have like Zen music, and if you want tea, if you want wine, but facials, massages, all of it, it's therapeutic, it's touch, it helps you relax and unwind.
How can someone get a hold of it?
Well, so I am online, www.prettydapperday.com. I just relocated into Ukrainian Village. I'm actually right up the street from Quentin. I go to Turkey Chop all the time. It's awesome. So I'm at 818 North California, which is off of California in Chicago, inside of First Round Hair Studio, which shout out to Jose. He just opened. I'm so excited. He's a new business owner in the area. So to have that energy and that vibe in there is awesome.
All right.
Yeah, so 818 North California, inside First Round Hair Studio, but also www.prettydapperday.com.
All right. And I'll see you on the 18th of December,
yes,
right?
Absolutely. On the 18th, I'm super excited. Yes, we have, let's see, what do we have coming up? December 15th, I will be having a holiday party. So definitely check out the website. I'm sorry I missed your party yesterday, but it's the season. You got to relax, right? Sunday is the day that I relax. So it's one of those things. Yeah.
That's okay.
Thank you for having me.
And that's going to do it for us on the Drive at 5 on IntellectualRadio.com. Thanks to Noelle Curtis from Pretty Dapper. Check her out. Earl, our executive producer. Gerald behind the scenes. Wanda behind the scenes. Gerald is up next with Policy Matters, coming up next on IntellectualRadio.com.